She's been living in her uptown world. I bet she never had a backstreet guy. Today I'm going to teach you how to play Uptown Girl, that classic 80s hit by Billy Joel. Now, this song, even though it was released and recorded in the 1980s, harkens back to that kind of doo-wop sound of the 60s, which I think makes the song really intriguing, and it gives it kind of this fresh, sort of timeless sound. The great thing about this song, even though it sounds like there's a ton of stuff going on, it's actually harmonically quite simple. The song kind of breaks into the verse, the chorus, and then the part that goes, oh, oh, oh. And so each one of those sections has its own set of chords, and there's one accompaniment strategy that's going to work for the entire song. So once you get that rhythm together, you're ready to go. So without further ado, let's go. Actually, before we jump in, I should tell you I have a free lyrics and chords printable for this song. All you have to do is go to pianoandvoicewithbrenda.com/uptown-girl. Hop on there and you'll be able to sign up to get a free lyrics and chords chart thrown into your email. No problem, no questions asked, and it will make learning the song much easier. So without further ado, let's go into studio mode. So this song is in the key of E, which means it has 4 sharps. It has an F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. And if you're a little bit fussy in this key, I would suggest you play the scale up and down a couple of times just to get yourself kind of acquainted for it. All right, so the A section, or the intro and the verse to this song, only has 5 chords, and it's 4 bars of music over and over and over again. And let me show you how it goes. It starts with an E, and I'm going to play it in first inversion, G sharp, B, and E, just like that. And then it's going to go to an F sharp minor triad, right? In first inversion, A, C sharp, F sharp. My left hand is just playing the bass note. And then I'm going to go to an E major triad, G sharp, B, and E. This is what we were playing before, but it has a G sharp in the bass. And then we're going to go A and then B, both in root position. So it's going to go. Oh, oh, oh. Let's do that again. Just like that. And then we can go right into the verse. So it's going to go, Uptown girl, she's been living in her uptown world. I bet she never had a backstreet guy. I bet her mama never told her why. I'm gonna try. Uptown girl, she's been living in her white bread world as long as anyone with hot blood can. And now she's looking for a downtown man. That's what I am. And you see, it's just this, over and over and over and over again. And that's like, more than half the song you're going to do. So we're going to hop into, kind of what we would call the bridge. And that's the part where she goes, and when she knows what she wants from her time. And what's interesting about this and why it sounds like so sort of like interesting harmonically, it's like, ooh, it almost feels like someone like flipped the light switch on. It's because we actually changed key to the key of C. And C and E really don't have anything in common. They don't have many notes in common. And so that's why it's kind of like a really exciting and fresh change here. So again, key of C, all the white notes. And so we're going to go, it goes from C and then it goes to A minor. And just for this case, I'm going to just play A minor in root position. And then for the D minor chord, I like to play the D minor in first inversion, just like that, F, A, D, and then G in root position. Okay, and that's going to happen more than once. And when she knows what she wants, and this is the D in first inversion, F, A, D to G in root position. From her time. Okay, now we're going to go C to A minor again. And when she wakes up, and now things are going to change here for a second. We're going to go to this chord called B minor 7 flat 5. And what you're going to play, it's actually looks like this, B, D, F, and A. It's also known as a half diminished chord. This would be fully diminished. And so what I would like to do here is rearrange these notes. So the B is going to go in my left hand, and then I'm going to play A, D, F. Makes up, just like that. That's going to be what you play. So this is the root of the chord 7, 3, and the flat 5. Okay, so let me try that from C. And when she wakes up and makes up her, and then we're going to go to E7. And so what that is it's going to be G sharp, B, D, and E. Just like that. So this is the 3rd, 5, 7th, and the root. So there's B minor 7 flat 5, and there's the E7. Just like that. Okay? B minor 7 flat 5, and then E7. Okay? So let's take the bridge so far, and then believe it or not, after that, there's another key change. This great song is so much fun. And when she knows what she wants from her time, and when she wakes up and makes up her mind. Now we're going to be in the key of A. So this E7 chord is going to get us to the key of A in root position, just like that. She'll see and then it's going to go to F sharp minor, and I'm going to do it in first inversion. Not so tough, just like that. So we'll go from A. She'll see I'm not so tough, then to B minor. Root position, just because. And then that takes us to a B major triad. I'm in love. So the B minor has the D in it, B major, right? And then that takes us back to the key of E. Isn't that fun? So the bridge of the song goes from C, and then it goes to A and kind of cycles its way back to E. So this is like, again, my long hypothesis on why I think Billy Joel is a fabulous composer. So let's give the whole bridge a second. And when she knows what she wants from her time, and when she makes up and makes up her mind, A major, she'll see I'm not so tough, B minor, just because I'm in love with an uptown girl. Then we're back into that. All right. So all we have after this is the interlude where he sings, oh, 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 oh. But before we get into that, I want to show you what the accompaniment strategy is. And this is sort of a variation of the pop rock, sort of standard pop rock that you see over and over and over again with different songs. So what I'm going to show you is it goes left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, left, right. And you can see I've notated it for you here so you can see the hands, how the hands go. And I'm just playing it on an E major triad. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Again, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And if you want to see the way that you can practice doing this is if you have a difficult time singing and playing at the same time, you can do a lot of this just by tapping. Left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, left, right. And what I often have my private students do is listen to the original recording of the song and do the tap and sing along, because it's a great way to get this feeling in your body so you don't have to also sort of negotiate the chords at the same time. So if you need that, it's totally, totally fine. You can tap it on your lap or on your sternum, whatever's comfortable. You can snap it, kind of whatever works for you. But that's a really great way to get it under your fingers, because I know you're already going to say, how am I supposed to do this and sing at the same time? So let's do it from the beginning. I'm going to do it a little under tempo so that you can see how it goes. And there'll be a full play along at the end of the song, so don't worry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when we get to the A and the B chord, we're going to abandon that accompaniment strategy. So you're going to go tap, 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 tap. So you're going to go A, B, like that. So it's going to go, oh, 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 oh. You see how I did that? And I'm just going to hold the chord here. And here. Okay? So let's try that one more time. Oh, oh, oh. And if you want to, you could tap this twice and then drop the octave. See how I did that? So that's a cool thing to do. A, B, drop the octave. Uptown girl. She's been living in her uptown world. Tap, tap, octave line. Big backstreet guy. I bet her mama never told her why. I'm gonna try for an up. So you see how we did that? And that's the whole song up to this point. Okay, so we just have one little section that we need to work through next, and that's the interlude. And this is the only other spot where there's different chords. And what's cool about it is we're in the key of G. It's like, whoa, where are we now? Sort of a combination of the key of G and A. So it goes the G chord in root position, the A chord in root position. Then we're going to play an F sharp triad, F sharp major triad in first inversion. A, C sharp, F sharp with an A sharp in the left hand, like that. So it's going to go, oh, 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 B minor. Then it's going to go back to A. And it's going to do that cycle again. Oh, 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 oh. Then it's going to go to B again. Like that, because we need that B to take us back to the key of E again. Okay, so the first time it goes G, A, F sharp over A sharp, B minor, and then it walks back down G, A, F sharp over A sharp, and then B. Okay, so let's do that together, and it's going to be the same groove we played before. Did that. And so you can keep this rhythm going throughout, right? Just like that. And then you're going to go B minor, A minor. So do you see we have a couple of extra pops in the left hand? Ba, 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 just like that. And that's the whole song. That's the whole thing. Those are all the bits together. It just cycles back and forth between those sections. Okay. And I know you're reading along with the free printable that you have, so that maybe you've jotted in which inversions I've used. If you wanted any of those, you can also play everything in root position if you want, or you can pick your own way of cycling through the inversions. Totally up to you. So I told you we're going to do a full sing and play along now. Gosh, this song is fun. Now, you may notice I might take a couple of liberties here and there because, you know, I'm human and like to play music, and we might come up with something a little bit different. But the baseline of everything that I'm going to be playing this whole time is literally exactly what I just showed you. Okay, so let's give it a go without further ado. 1, 2, 3, 4. I bet she never had a backstreet guy. I bet her mama never told her why. I'm gonna try for an uptown girl. She's been living in her white bread world as long as anyone with hot blood can. And now she's looking for a downtown man. That's what I am. And when she knows what she wants from her time, and when she wakes up and makes up her mind, you see I'm not so tough just because I'm in love with an uptown girl. You know I've seen her in her uptown world. She's getting tired of her high-class toys and all the presents from her uptown boys. She's got a choice. Oh, oh, uptown girl, you know I can't afford to buy her pearls, but someday when my ship comes in, she'll understand the kind of guy I've been, and then I'll win. And when she's walking, she's looking so fine, and when she's talking, she'll say that she's mine. She'll say I'm not so tough just because I'm in love with an uptown girl. She's been living in her white bread world as long as anyone with hot blood can. And now she's looking for a downtown man. That's what I am. Oh, oh, uptown girl, she's my uptown girl. You know I'm in love with an uptown girl, my uptown girl. And that's the whole song. Isn't that fun? Kind of surprising, because I always listen to this song and feel like, holy smokes, there's so much going on, but it's just a lot of layers of instruments and vocals and all of that kind of stuff. But really the whole song kind of exists in these three sections, which is fabulous, and one accompaniment strategy throughout, which is fabulous. What's always important to remember when you're doing any of my song tutorials is that you can go in and customize in whatever way you need. As I said before, if you want to play things in root position, you absolutely can. If you want to do some variations on what the bass line is doing in your left hand, go to town. If you have some fills you want to play, any of that kind of stuff, if you need to simplify it because you don't feel super confident singing and playing, these are all things that are available to you. What I wanted to provide here was a nice kind of easy, sounds a lot like the recording, like a very reasonable facsimile that you can kind of build onto whatever skill set you have. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. If it was, make sure you leave me a big thumbs up. This really helps the algorithm to get more of my work out into the world. If you want to learn more about my work, you should definitely check out my website, pianoandvoicewithbrenda.com. There you'll find all kinds of wonderful free resources, and you'll be able to learn how you can work with me. Not only do I teach private lessons via Zoom all over the world, but I have this incredible online membership called the Versatile Musician. Not only will it help you to build and expand your piano skills, but it will also help you to learn more about singing and playing, music theory, and tons of musicianship skills. I even have a coupon code, Get Started 30 here, if you want $30 off your first month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.